Hey friends, I'm joining you once again in my unfinished living room with my favorite drink to sip on while I film videos for you guys. The ice is clinking and that's kind of obnoxious, but today's video, just like the last couple videos that I've shared with you, is fully unscripted. Guys, I'm just going to talk about what I feel this season of life we've been going through, what I feel God has been doing in that season for me, also spiritual growth. And so I just want to talk about all that. I want to share with you an experience I had recently for Mother's Day. I haven't shared it with you guys here, and I honestly haven't even shared it on Instagram either because I'm still kind of processing it. But grab something yummy to sip on. This is my happy juice. I've been sharing it with you guys for 2 months now, I think. Absolutely love it. I have it linked down below if you're interested in checking it out for yourself, but it is an incredible drink for mamas, for our hormones, for our gut health, for energy, mood, digestion, inflammation, all the things. So check it out if you're interested. But let's sit and, I don't know, this is just going to be chatty. Like I'm done scripting out perfect. I've never actually done that, but can you see a theme here, like perfection? I talked about it in my last video just briefly, but what I have seen so much of the Lord stripping away from me in this transitional season of moving, and even that whole year that I was off of Instagram, took a whole year off. And still sometimes I'm like, what is my purpose in this place, in the Instagram space? Because I feel like the Lord released me back to that. But what does that look like moving forward, right? So continually pressing into Him, and that in that space, this is truly just going to be like a podcast style video, and I'm just talking, nothing scripted. I want to talk about life, and I've realized, if you guys are still here, I've been sharing on YouTube for the last 5.5 years. That is a long stinking time to be sharing our life and different things with you guys. I've shared so many different aspects of our life here, and it's such a long time. And I feel like through that, there have been so many pivotal moments that we've gone through where I've grown and learned right along with you guys through homeschooling, through motherhood, through parenting, raising 3 boys, through life seasons, through health seasons, all kinds of things, and just continue to come to this place with open hands and ask the Lord to use it for His good. Like, this is His channel, this is His story, this is His space, and I'm here just talking. I was literally scrubbing my shower and my toilets. And like, okay, let's talk, let's film something. In the beginning of this YouTube journey for me, that was not the case. I very much researched. No, I didn't set out with a desire to do this. Actually, the whole reason this channel is here is because I have a friend. She's my spiritual mama. Her name is Gail. She has like breathed life into this area of my life that I never even thought about 5.5 years ago. This was all her idea. And here we are, still talking, still sharing. It's been really crazy and fun to journey through this with you guys. But this is not anything I ever set out to do. Much like homeschooling, I never set out to homeschool my 3 boys. I never set out to share our journey with anybody homeschooling. Like, I never knew that that was going to be part of our story. But here we are, sharing it. And so with that, I'm like, if you're still here in this space, as our channel is continuing to slowly, at a turtle speed, grow and reach more people, if you're still here, we're friends, right? We're friends. 5.5 years is a long time for me to invest in something, for you guys to invest in something, for you guys to continue showing up and be here and support our family in that way. I have seen a lot of transformation happen in me personally with this YouTube channel, in the seasons of researching all the things, how to start a YouTube channel, how to grow a YouTube channel, like the whole business side of it, that is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm done. I'm done chasing something, whatever that was I was chasing. You guys, perfection. I see so much of what I was doing, what I have done in the past, the way I've lived my life from my home. Like, seriously, my home. I am living in chaos right now in my home. with one bathroom. Most things are completely unfinished. We haven't had appliances to cook on for the good portion of a month and a half that we actually moved into this home. But it has been so good. It has been so simple. It has been so sweet. It has been challenging. But I'm talking about perfection and how a friend brought to my attention through some words that I had shared with her, stripping away the perfection for real. I'm done seeking perfection in what all the experts say that I should do with my YouTube channel and my thumbnails and how often I should upload and how I should hook you guys. I'm done doing all of that with Instagram, with YouTube, with my life, with my home, with the constant appearance of having to be perfect, with seriously everything. You guys have no idea what it was like setting up my house previously just to sit and film a video. And yes, this was a job. I treated this like a job. No longer do I treat my YouTube channel like a job. For me, that was the quickest way to death inside for what I feel truly the Lord had for this space to begin with. And it's more of this. It's more of the sitting down and the talking. And hey, what do you want to talk about? Let's talk about it. Instead of, this is my life. This is what I'm doing. Yes, I share that. Yes, I share the renovations because it's fun. And I think so many of you are here for that. And so many of you enjoy that. It's real life. And that's it. The stripping away of perfection for real. Me showing up and things appearing to be perfect. We have enough of that in this world. Nobody needs that. It's not necessary. It's not doing anybody any favors. And I can see personally in me where God has stripped away so many things in myself that I didn't even realize until within the last week and a half. The changing and the perfection, trading that for real. And I see it in myself in so many areas. And as I'm continuing to open up our doors of this home and to host people here in the middle of the chaos, in the middle of here's all our junk in this room, and this is our makeshift pantry over here. And if you've been here, you know what I'm talking about. My kitchen, we have insulation hanging. We've got things that are completely unfinished. Who cares? Why am I letting that stop me? Why was I letting the silliest things stop me in our old home from having guests over? And I don't know, I wish I could say when this kind of all started and when I saw this taking place and taking root in my life. But I think if I'm being honest, it's always been there, but it looked different. It looked different when I was younger. The striving for perfection in certain areas and avenues for certain things that I was needing. And it just kind of morphed and continued to morph into something so different. And that was before I was a Christian. For some reason for me, perfection stuck. And I wouldn't even know that that's what it was if I wasn't sitting where I'm sitting right now. I can totally see what in me was so stuck and held up with perfection from having friends over at our house where everything had to be perfect. Everything had to look like a magazine. My dishes all had to be done. My toilets had to be clean. My bathrooms couldn't have any hair on them anywhere. There couldn't be any toothpaste in the sink. There couldn't be a single splash on the mirror. No dishes in the sink. Rugs had to be perfect. Cushions had to be perfect. Blankets had to be perfect. Bedrooms had to be perfect. The lawn had to be mowed because people had to come over on lawn mowing day so that it looked perfect. You guys, this is ridiculous. This is not okay. This is me coming to you saying, this is what I was stuck in. And now here I am. Thank you, Jesus. So free from that. And I just want to share with you, like, in what way are we doing anybody any favors at all by constantly showing up only in perfection, only showing the good, only showing the perfect, only showing, and no, I'm not saying glorify like these hard moments and all the things, but I will tell you, I have grown more through the hard things that make absolutely no sense than when everything is great and grand and wonderful and going fine. And I think so many of you would probably agree with me on that. And so this isn't just rooted in YouTube. This isn't just, like pertaining to YouTube. I'm talking life all the way around in all the ways that I have been striving so hard for that perfection because I thought that's what it was supposed to be, I guess. I don't know. I'm still dissecting and like chomping on all of that and really seeing what God has for me in that. So I know there's more to come on this, stripping away perfection and the real. It feels so good to finally feel free in that way. And I read a book a long time ago. How many of you, let me know in the comment section, how many of you were here for this season of the podcast, Motherhood on Purpose, with Christy, my friend, my very dear friend from One Blessed Mess? I want to know in the comment section if you were here for that and if you listened in, because we shared a book. I shared a book specifically that I read that I loved. It's called The Gifts of Imperfection. I want to go back and read that now as a freed woman from perfection. And I wish that I could see again where that initially started, but it changed. It morphed through the years in my journey and in my life. Started as a kid and a teenager, then in public school, right? And seeking that perfection in everything. And then in motherhood, and it changed and morphed all through the years. And there was such a grip on me. And then it really blew up in YouTube because people are watching. The world is watching, right? There are a lot of mean, nasty people. I get comments all the time. And in the beginning, it broke my stinking heart every single time someone would have something terrible to say. Because I was seeking perfection. I was seeking approval. I wanted people, I wanted that affirmation that what I was doing was right. At that time, I was seeking to please people. I wanted approval and feedback from people, from the world, from this YouTube world. Now, I don't care. There can be one person that watches this video, and I can say this totally free. One person that watches this video that can gain something from this, and it was worth every single minute of sitting on my couch, sharing up and opening up and sharing my heart with you guys. This channel has gone from striving to absolute freedom. And I'll share what's on my heart to share. And it may resonate with some of you and it may not, and that's okay. But it feels so good. And if you are a woman that feels trapped in that perfection, maybe you don't even realize it. I didn't realize it. I did not realize it. I thought it was normal. I thought it was normal to feel stressed and anxious when people are coming to your house. I thought it was normal, right? This is what I see other people doing. I need to have a perfect studio to film my videos. And I need to have a perfect homeschool room to homeschool my kids, because that's what we do. That's what we see others doing. So we have to copy that. I could not be further from the truth. This is where we are. So this is what you're seeing. This is real. I could turn my camera a different way and set it up in some perfect way to get only the nice, clean, perfect view of this home that is completely under construction, that we are renovating basically top to bottom. We are digging the foundation out of part of it and rebuilding it. We are clearly redoing completely our kitchen. So many transformations are going to be happening in this home that I share here. I'm not doing anybody any favors by picking the most perfect, well done place in this home to say, here I am. Here's my life. Things are great. Everything's wonderful. I'm not doing anybody any favors at all by showing up in this space with a face. Not what I want to do. That is not the point and purpose of this channel. I am seeing that now. I'm seeing that now. So stripping away perfection for real. The old must die so the new can live. These are words that have been spoken to me and over me within the last 3-4 weeks. And I've seen it. I've seen it actually happening in my life. And that's what I want to share with you guys. Moving on to one other thing before I answer some of your homeschool questions, faith questions. I recently got the opportunity from my spiritual mama, Gail. I'm just going to say God, okay? God. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't make mistakes. I had no idea it was going to go this way. Once again, this is not about me. This is about God. This is his story and what he's doing. She works at an assisted living facility and is an absolute light and ray of sunshine and just an angel in this place. Truly an absolute angel. She is an incredible woman of God, to sum her up, because there are not enough words to describe this woman. She invited me very last minute, Friday night before Mother's Day. It was 6:30 and I was at baseball practice. she had a speaking event planned for the next day at 2:00, and the speaker had to cancel for some very, very, very hard reasons. So she calls me and she's like, hey, I bet you don't know why you're calling. I bet you don't know why I'm calling you. No, I don't. Why are you calling me? What is going on? And she asks me if I would pray about this decision, get off the phone and say a prayer. But would you be interested in speaking tomorrow? Will you speak tomorrow at this Mother's Day tea? And I'm like, what? Well, that's interesting. Really? Like, And I kind of thought about it, and we hung up the phone, and I said a prayer. I'm not going to say I had like this long drawn out prayer, but I said a prayer. And then chaos ensued on the baseball field because the coach didn't show up, so they didn't have the gear that they needed, and the kids that were practicing weren't properly protected. The catcher got a ball to the nose and it busted his nose. He was bleeding everywhere. I was the only mom there because I'm the weird mom that stays for an hour and a half long practice for my 11-year-old son. Yeah, I'm that mom. I don't care what other people think. I'm not leaving my child. So I sat through practice. Well, chaos ensued. So she texted me, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours later, and was like, hey, don't worry about it. That wasn't very nice of me to put that on you all at once. It's okay. And I'm like, no, hold up. Like, I want to do this. I feel like this is the right thing to do. And I think I have something I could take a spin off. And the weird thing was I was on my way to get some lab work done that morning, and I was listening to either K-Love or Air One of the two. And I heard a poem that was shared about Mother's Day. And it was talking about Mother's Day in all seasons of motherhood. It wasn't just, new moms and not even biological moms, but like spiritual moms and mothers of those who have fostered, and adoption and everything. And so I heard that and it stuck in my mind. So then when she called that night, I'm like, ooh, I could take that and I could talk about that. So long story short, I got to speak for the first time ever, which this was God, because I would not do this. Jamie would not do this. This was God. I got to speak for him at an assisted living facility to probably 30 people, maybe 30 plus, give or take. Older women with their sons, with their daughters, with their families, with their spouses. Like, it was wonderful. And what I learned through this, I don't do well having time to plan. I do best under pressure. This speaking arrangement happening on such short notice, for some people might panic them, stress them out. And while I had those initial feelings, it was actually really incredible because I also learned about myself. I do well, like under the gun. I don't do well when I have a lot of time to sit and think and ponder and analyze and script. Hello, YouTube. Honestly, I had 2 hours to write something out because that next day was completely booked full of many different things and going many different directions. I had 10 minutes to come home from one event, to fix my hair, freshen my makeup, pick out an outfit, which normally would not happen, and get out the door to go speak. I've learned that I do well with that. I do really well under the pressure, under the gun. If I have too much time to sit and think, too much time to try on 50,000 different outfits, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. I'm an analyzer. I analyze everything. I'm learning so many things about myself and about the way God created me to be through all of this. And it's really cool. And so that was a really awesome experience. Such an honor that I'm incredibly grateful for, to be able to share my motherhood journey and story and what God has done through my life in motherhood. It was truly an honor to be able to speak to these amazing women. And God is just continuing to show me things and reveal things to me. And it's been incredible. So for the mama asked, how's life been for me lately? That's a nutshell for you. That is my life lately in a nutshell. Life has been interesting, but it's been beautiful. It's been stressful and hard, but I've seen God's hand in so many different areas. I've seen him provide in ways beyond human possibility, right? I've seen him show up in everything. In everything we're doing every single day, I see him. I see him all around me, in the people around me, in the faces around me. I see him in the birds that I get to wake up to every single day. I see him in so many things. And that to me is just assurance. It's assurance. We're right in the right place. We're right where we're supposed to be. And it's all happening in the right time, right? In his time. And so our house finally sold. We're done with that. I don't know if I updated you guys on all that, but our house did sell. There are new owners in that home now that we lived and resided in for 15 years. And that's good. That's good. I'm so happy for them. I hope that that home just brings them as much joy and life and fulfillment as that did for our family. We have so many sweet memories in that house, but we are here now making new memories in this house that we are now in. Some of you may not know this, but we don't actually go to a physical church building. I've been a Christian for the last 7 years. 7 years. That's a whole nother video also. We have our church family, yes, the body, but a building. We don't go to a physical church building. We watch sermons at home. We read the Bible together at home. We read the Bible during our homeschool time. We are surrounded by friends who love us and get together on a regular basis for prayer. We don't have an actual church building that we've found that we love. So that might come as a surprise. Some of you haters are going to hate on that. That's okay. I'm not here to please anybody other than the one who put me here in the first place. And we are doing what we feel is right for our family at this time. So in regard to spiritual growth, I think that's really, truly just tuning in to him and asking him to lead you and grow you and to show you. And I use different resources and different things. We have sermons that we watch together. I have podcasts that I listen to. I have women friends around me that are constantly breathing life and encouragement into me. And I get to do that for them also. And it's wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. I see God working all around me. And I am deeper in my relationship with the Lord right now than I ever was physically going to a building. And that may not be the case for everybody. There may be some of us who have to stay plugged into an actual physical building, but for me, it's the people. It's the people. It's not a building. It's not. I love going to church, and we would if we found one that we loved, but we haven't. So we do it together at home. We do it with friends. We do it with women, husbands who are far wiser than we are, that are our spiritual leaders, so to speak. Like, that's how we do things. And so personally here at home, to grow spiritually, it is just spending time with God and seeing his hand in everything that we go through, because that's how I've grown spiritually, truly. What he has taken my family through, what we've gone through with our kids, many different things that we've walked in life. It's looking back at those things and reflecting and seeing him and kind of dissecting it and journaling and writing it out. And God, what are you showing me in this? And asking him, grow me, grow my faith, help me, teach me, show me something. And not just to be book knowledge and like Bible smart and like know all of these things and where to find every verse and where you can find this. And I'm not good at that. I'm not good at knowing my Bible completely. And I've never read the entire Bible front to back completely. I'm trying. I'm doing my best. Probably won't get it done in a full year. I'd love to. I try to set that goal. But then sometimes it just gets dry. And I want more. I want something else. And I don't want to just do it because I have to do it. I want to do it because it's life-giving. That's the difference for me. I don't want to be religious. I want to know him. Huge difference for me and transformation for me, right? That's also in line with the letting go of perfection and being real. Like, it's the same thing with our faith. I'm not doing it for other people. I'm not doing it to please the crowd. I'm not doing it to please the crowd or to get the crowd's approval. I'm doing it for the approval of one. And for me, if I'm striving to be perfect, then what was the point of Jesus dying on the cross to set me free? I can never be and will never be ever perfect. There's just so much that I'm chewing on and dissecting. And when I first became a Christian, that's what you do, right? You got to find a church home and get plugged in, and you got to read your Bible at this time and this day, and make sure you're doing this and this and this while you're doing it, and make sure that you're doing all the things right. Such a huge misconception and such a huge letdown for so many people who just want a relationship with Jesus and to please him and to love him and to know him. Yet so many of us are trapped. It just breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because he never said it had to be that way. And we the church, we are people. We're not a building, we're people. So that's something that I've been chewing on too. So much here. I could talk forever. I don't want to be a religious leader that's doing all the right things that I have to do and doing it well to look good to everybody else. I want the relationship with him and to know him and to see him and to let everything else go. I don't want to look the part. I want to be the part. I don't want to just appear. I want to be. Huge difference. Huge difference. Growing spiritually, I would say, find your people in a church building or not. No judgment here. You find your people, your spiritual leaders, those who are wiser and far beyond your years, that can pour into you, that can pour into your family. We need those people. We need them. I also, just reading your Bible. I've been sitting in one position for far too long, and I'm starting to get my legs to cramp. That's how I know I've been talking to you guys for too long. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video. These are definitely just going to be more chatty videos. I don't have crazy scripts and a huge to-do list that I'm going to sit and talk about. It's truly just simplicity here. I hope to have a house update for you guys soon and share some things that we've been doing around here while we're just trying to get things figured out and things finalized. I ordered the cabinets, so those should be here soon. I ordered the countertops. We still need to order appliances, but the kitchen is where we'll be moving next in this house renovation process. So still just kind of waiting for a few things to roll in, and then we'll get to boogie on that stuff. So being here for this super chatty, probably longest ever video on my channel, and probably the least professional. Now, thank you so much for watching today's video. I will see you in another video very soon. We'll talk to you then.